I'm already at it. All right. Most High in Christ. If you could pass my phone, Baba Kashem. For water. Let me go live over here. If you need to go ahead, do it. We're gonna wait for Kat to get down. All right, let's clap it up. Yahweh Shem Yashah Brakathum to all the I give me how Shema Thum Bashem Yashah to all the sisters. This is Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and the commanding general YAHANNA. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible. And the truth is that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the true Jews, and that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. We are not affiliated with any other Christian church or Hebrew Israelite group. 1 West is home of the truth. If you're not supporting, you're not important. Right. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? Yo, we just had a glorious week, damn near a whole week in Raleigh, North Carolina. Let's give it up to Commanding General YAHANNA and and Captain Niathak and all the generals and all the captains and all the officers that made that event happen, that pulled off that event gloriously and flawlessly. If you wasn't there, you missed out on something special. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
I even saw two brothers that paid attention to class, and we had said before, you know, come on down to the Passover, and when you do, you know, say come holler at me, and they did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, Most High Christ, you made it.
I had that experience as well. The water to all the Akim and Aquathim that are getting themselves together, that are shedding themselves from the world, watching the class online and actually obeying the order. Because it's not our order, it's the order from the Most High. The Most High told us to get our butts down to the Passover so that we remember how the way the Most High got us about a captivity. You know what I'm saying? And this is very special. I mean, all the Passover is very special, you know what I'm saying? But this was very special because I didn't even know this until we got down there that these heathens tried to have the venue canceled on us. Now they tried that again. They tried that before in Texas. I don't know if you remember that. It was a fake Israelite group that pretended to be us and tried to cancel our venue on us. But the brother that we was dealing with called up the person he was in contact with and said, "Hold up, this doesn't sound right. Did you want to cancel it?" He was like, No. That's not the way. That's not the way it goes. That's not how the way we do business. You know what I'm saying? You have some?
And they actually, the first time they did it, you know, that's when he got in contact with
Yatzak.
I mean, and then they called the second time, and being as he had him on the phone, he called Cap Yadi and had him on the phone while he was talking to the dude. And then he was like, "This is Captain, Yadi out of I.S.U.P.K. Who is this?"
We knew who it was. Right. You know what I'm saying? We knew who it was. But they were trying to cancel the Lord's Passover. They were trying to go behind UPK's back and cancel the Lord's Passover. Just like these Edomites was trying to do this time. But little did they know that this was written in stone thousands of years ago. This is ordained by the Most High God. The Most High God said for us to have the Passover. And this year we were observing it in Raleigh, North Carolina. Right. These devils try to have it canceled on us. Even tried to go about or threatened, I would say. They threatened to protest. Right. Have rally and protests around the convention center that we was having it at. But that did not happen. You know what I'm saying? The rain fell and they was like, you know what? Let them go on and have do it, whatever it is that they wanted to do. And you know what? We did whatever it is what we wanted to do. Right. And we ate glorious lamb. We had glorious unleavened bread. We had glorious wine. We had glorious companionship with our Akim and Agwathim that we hadn't seen in months since, possibly, the previous cookouts, or maybe even the previous Passover. You know what I'm saying? We had brothers come all the way over from across the pond, the UK. We had brothers come from the Caribbean islands, had brothers come from Central and South America. We had brothers come all the way from Canada. You know what I'm saying? We have, this truth is spreading just like the way the Most High said it was going to spread. And just like, the way we did it in those days when we had our kingdom, where we actually had to have a pilgrimage to travel out and go to Jerusalem. If we was living in Athens or Thessalonica, or if we was living in Corinth, we'd have to leave those places and go to Jerusalem. And shout out to all those the brothers and sisters that came from all these places that had to spend hours in a metal tube to get to the Passover. You know what I'm saying? You know how you do. I don't understand. I don't think people understand how difficult it is to plan and coordinate. Not just just going by yourself, but to plan and coordinate getting a bunch of Akim, a bunch of brothers and sisters with their children, with their families, to come to the Lord's Passover. And this is not an overnight last minute decision or last minute thing. Brothers have to plan this out a whole year in advance. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because we are in captivity. There are some, brothers and sisters who can, just make things happen right then and there. But most of the nation, most of us, we're gonna have to script and save and come together, truly come together. And that is right there. That is the spirit of the Passover. Why? Because he even says in the scripture, we're supposed to, slaughter a lamb and cook it in bitter herbs. And if you didn't have enough, you're supposed to get together with your neighbors. Get to come together with your neighbors and slaughter that lamb and eat that lamb with your neighbors. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why we get in that spirit of coming together to get up out of captivity. If we can't follow a simple order, now it's easy. It's easy if you live on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? It's even somewhat easier if you live somewhere in the Midwest. But if you're living across the pond and you have to, make flights and reservations, that's a tough task. And with that, I pass the class to Captain Mashak Mayam.
You was able to get rocket?
I don't count, sir.
Oh,
I don't count.
So lucky, brother.
No sweat. It's like the question was, because we couldn't put 2 cameras on over here, so we put it up over here. But how do we get it over to Jamaica?
When they get here,
Count on count, sir.
whenever Jamaica gets here, that's fine.
Count on count, sir.
So lucky. To water to do me a favor. You could lower the AC. You could lower it to. Is it only cool?
It's on count on count zone 68.
I hit this fan here. It might just be a little bit warmer in here for a second. Anyway, this could face the outside.
A lot, sir, because the holder.
The holder blocks the camera.
I got you, sir. Select.
What 2 clicks up?
That's fine. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, count, sir.
If it's a way to do it where
I have to shut it down.
no sweat, just shut it down and start it again. So what happened? The holder blocks the camera or something?
Count, sir.
So it can't go sideways, the holder?
No, because it's too small. No, lock, sir.
Okay. So you'll put it on the back camera. And somebody would just have to monitor the what do you call that thing? Monitor the chat from there, right?
Count on concert.
Okay, no sweat. All right. All right, fresh back from rally. I don't know if the Lord is willing to let a tornado pass through there, but rally need to be taught a lesson. It's a lot. Need to be taught a lesson of Egypt. So, like, brother, you mind hitting that light over there that we turn on every class? If you don't mind. You see it? You see what I'm talking about? All right. Just always make sure they're on. All right. Is that one? Do we ever turn on that one? Nah, right? Yeah, just these right here. So, you know what I mean? Did he pass over a hand? It was absolutely excellent. Absolutely outstanding event. Is this thing to have, you know? Okay, no sweat. What about the other thing? What's something else we'd be running here? Yeah, right here. Okay, no sweat. All right. Now, so what we have? Any questions online so far?
There's a brother online that said, did Trump make bail yet?
I mean, he might make bail or he might make jail. But either way, it doesn't matter. According to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, it does not matter because you, black man, you, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man, woman, and child, you have more things to worry about than whether Trump goes to jail or makes bail. You have more things to worry about than America's Department of Justice. No, this is what I want, though. There's a can of strange fruit on that counter. All right, it's a strange fruit that I haven't had since I was, a long time. All right, it should be on the counter, though. On the counter in there. All right, you could just put it in the that big glass mug or something. Not that. It's a can, actual can. I'm saying what it is. God damn. Let me know if I had to come get it for myself or not. I got it, sir. I appreciate that. And that mug, and I'll take a paper towel. You'll bear with me one. Right? So there's a lot more to worry about than Trump. Yes, of course, they're going to try to put him in jail. Why? Because the Democrats did a horrible job. They make so much promises in a time when people are absolutely desperate. People right now are absolutely desperate, not just in America, but all over the world. There's a unanimous state of desperation going on right now. And the Democrats done played themselves into a corner thinking that they could use the regular, the Republicans hate you, the race baiting, blah, 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 which what they're saying is true, but you're going to have to deliver something on top of that, right? On top of those things that you're saying, you're going to still have to deliver something. You can put all your phones on vibrate, all right? You're still going to have to deliver something. Tawada too. I'd like to crack it open myself, though. But Tawada for being extremely helpful. Tawada too, brother. Know how to get the KGB to come and check this here because Bakwash opened a drink before me. It's a lie. I'm joking. Bakwash, that's not funny to Bakwash. Bakwash, I'm joking. Bakwash is like, what you trying to say over there? That's too wild. I had to have it. I saw it in the store. I was like, holy S-word. All right. So they done played themselves into a corner with getting into office, right? They had Kamala Harris, what she was doing this thing, trying to placate our demographic, trying to act like she was black, this, that, the other. And then you had Biden riding the black coattail hard as hell and not doing anything that he promised to do to the black demographic, in addition to being soft on certain, traditional democratic conflicts then, right? He definitely came up against Roe v. Wade, which was a fight that Trump put in place, and it continued after Trump's tenure. But Biden came up against it not because he believes in your right to choose, woman, but because he knows that by doing that, he can buy your vote like a man buys a prostitute. You know, he could buy your vote by allowing you to do the evil, sinful, lustful things that your heart desires for you to do in exchange for 4 more years. So that's why he came up against it. Not because he was absolutely enamored and he felt passionate about it, but he came up against it because he understands that if he allows you to just live a life full of pleasure, which is what most people are used to. Most people are used to a life that's filled with pleasure. You get the point? And no problem, free of any sort of fight, free of conflict, free of pain. All right, Mary J. Blige should sing a song, no more pain. Everybody don't want no pain. And okay, it's really you're living in Oz. You're really living in Oz, and it comes because the life we live today is such a, coddled like a baby, like you're being held like a baby. You go to the store for your meat. You go to the store for juice. You don't put anything in the ground and watch it grow and tend to it and guard it from plagues and pestilence and floods and people who want to come and eat your fruit. You don't have to do that. You don't have to watch the supermarket at night. You don't have to, make sure the cows is fed a certain way and have enough space to walk around so they grow the right way. You don't have to do none of that. All you have to do is obey the oppressor, your master, and you get to eat as much as you want, drink as much as you want, have sex as much as you want. Just do it till you're satisfied. We live a very, very cuddled, soft life. A very cuddled, soft life. And because of that, any adversity that we seem to come across in life, we are immediately halted by it. When really that's what life really is. Well, thanks be to the Most High Power and our King Yahawashi. The world is about to get a taste of what life is really is. You know who understands life? Ukraine. You see Zelensky, and then people in Kiev, they understand life. Then people in Turkey who suffered that earthquake, and now they have to fend. There ain't no shoppers around. There's no giant. There's no whatever else that makes life easy. There's none of that around. Now is you have to get brotherhood. You have to get laws. You have to get a code. You have to be able to function in scarcity of resources when people are hungry. And that's what life really is. Not this thing you living. Go ahead.
So, and the Afghanis who didn't get on that plane.
Oh, the Afghanis who didn't get on the plane, brother, they experienced life. Go ahead.
Like in 2010, I was in the world, but got a shock myself.
Mm-hmm.
It showed that tsunami hit like some island, and they showed it on TV at 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And you see them watching people hopping out their cars, trying to run from the water.
Mm-hmm.
And it literally swallowed all of them.
Yep. And after that thing done subside, what you're left with is living, where you're gonna have to find food, find your shelter. You have to move a certain way. You have to talk a certain way, because now who are you gonna call? 911. The phones got washed away in the tsunami. The phones is buried under the rubble. You understand? Like we live in a certain comfort now, where you just whatever, and you just call 911. The police show up and they just help you out. You use them. You put 911 is now weaponized. When life is really, you're gonna have to build relationships with people. You're gonna have to be able to have a disagreement and still be cordial, because this man sells you meat. This man he has the corn farm or the maize, which is rice. He has the flour. He has these horses that you're gonna need that could pull the logs out of the forest to build the extra cabin you need because you thought you had one baby, but your wife pregnant with twins. You're gonna need to build an extra extension. Like the life, it depends on interpersonal relationships. You get the point? It depends a whole lot on that. And because we live under this oppressor, we don't have that no more. What we have is, I got money, I got credit cards. I don't need you for nothing. It's popular now with the podcast era we're in, where you have I don't need a man for this. I don't need a man for that. I could do this myself. I could do that myself. I don't need no woman. And it continues on and on and on. And you about to get a rude awakening right now because China done made the chess move of chess moves, which we're gonna go into tonight. China done, put the whole world into a figure four or about to. They ain't put them in there yet, but they're about to. China standing on top of the ropes and you knocked out in the middle of the ring and China getting ready to dive on top of you and hold your leg up and the referee gonna go, it's over. That's what's getting ready to happen to this place while you worried about some millionaire or billionaire, if he gonna go to jail or not. Who cares? Who the hell cares? And listen, Trump ain't going to jail for leading a riot, an insurrection on January 6th. He going to jail for, the same thing, for whores. He's going to jail for whores, brother. He's going to jail for having sex with a prostitute and then paying the prostitute to keep her mouth shut. That's basically what they're charging him with, right? Is his charges January 6th? Is it the insurrection? Is it, destruction of property? Is it leading a coup d'etat, accomplice to murder because of how they unalive them 3 cops? That he ain't getting charged for that. He getting charged for the same thing Bill Clinton got charged for. Inappropriate sexual activity. Like, it can be wild in office, but you get the point. Like, you worried about the wrong thing, man. You worried about the wrong thing. Rome gonna do what Rome gonna do. The Romans are going to do what the Romans are going to do, right? They're going to get angry and they're going to destroy the place. Don't stop him. Let them do it. Let them do it. This is your chance now to tell them devils, why are you burning down your own places? What's wrong with you? This is your government. This is your building. Why are you rioting? This is not the way, people. This is your chance. You're trying to stop them and saying they better not do this because, those oppressors are going to be angry. Let them be angry. It's good for their heart. It's good for their soul and their mind. Let them be angry. In the meantime, you worry where you're going to get bread from. Because, if Xi Jinping make one move, if he go, rook 18 to L7 one more time, you're not getting bread. You're not getting juice. You're not getting water. The shelf's going to be empty with a P. Empty. It's going to be empty. Go ahead.
Sorry, if I could. That's unleavened for the next few days.
That's unleavened for the next few days. But, brother, I guarantee you after that, if Xi Jinping did it, the people are going to eat leavened sand. They're going to eat leavened anything. It doesn't matter. Leavened or unleavened, the shelves is going to be absolutely raw. It's going to be raw. There's going to be nothing there. And in that day, you're going to realize just how much of a slave this oppressor done made us as a people. Where we can't deal for ourselves. We can't fend for ourselves. We can't defend ourselves. We can't feed ourselves, clothe ourselves without him, which is half the reason why you and the world refuse to join the Israelite school of UPK under command of General YAHANNA. Because you can't imagine life without your daddy, which is the so-called white man, the Edomite, the Esau according to the Bible. All right. So, what we got? Any questions?
So there was a question, but the question was, what about the clashes between Israeli and the Palestinians?
What about them? You're going to have to be a little bit more specific than that with your question, all right? Whoever asks the question is a brother or sister in the school or
Snipes Williams.
Snipes Williams. You're going to have to be a little bit more specific than that. Like, what about the clashes between the Palestinians and the Israelis? What about the lion and the gazelle? Like, you got to be a little bit more specific than that one, all right? Just so I could get the point of what you're asking. Go ahead.
They've been clashing for like the last 70 years.
I mean, who cares? Who cares? I'm not getting his full point. All right, I'm not getting his full point. So tonight we're gonna go into a little bit of the present state of the world economy. What could happen? What more than likely is going to be the move? And of course, you're gonna get a little bit about the Easter and the Passover, right? Which we just celebrated like no other. Most outstanding, absolutely glorious, so righteous, so honorable. Big up Commander YAHANNA again for teaching us how to love a father, a man that did what you can't do as sons. You know what I mean? And Chief Head Priest Arya, he deserved that honor that Commander YAHANNA gave him, and it was absolutely righteous. It was absolutely righteous. And it's a son honoring a father. That's what it is. It's a son honoring a father. You know what I mean? Donald Trump's son ain't saying a goddamn word about him, and Trump is an absolute vile man. And he's the devil. You're supposed to be the sons of Jacob, and the scriptures say, hold on, give me real quick. Let's start with that. Then we're gonna go into the Easter. Then I'm gonna get to I.S.U.P.K on the bricks, building a house with bricks. Right? Give me James. Hold up. Yeah.
Did you say sons of man a minute ago?
No. Say sons of the oppressor. Slaki, give me Jude 1 and 9. The book of Jude, chapter 1 and verse 9. You can start at 8. All right, real quick, please. Let's go. You have it? Jude, just before Revelation, I believe. 1 or 2 books before Revelation.
Book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yet Michael, the archangel.
Start at 8.
Come on, sir. Book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 8. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignity.
That's what the Bible says you are. You are filthy dreamers. You despise dominion and you speak evil of dignities, man. You should watch your mouth. This